Yeah, happy new year, everyone. It's a good year. It's a new year, and I believe we enjoy our 2023. And 2023 was a very good year for me. Made a lot of breakthrough in tech and had a lot of each cash coming in. It's normal and good health. You know, no matter what you have, if you don't have good health, you're not enjoying anything you have. So it's a new year, and I feel a lot of people had new Year resolutions. You already have what you want for the year. You want to make money. You want to transition from one field to another, especially the tech world. You want to come into the tech world, and from my recent research, I discover we have a lot of mix here and there saying, okay, the only field to go in tech world is being a software developer, writing code, and so on and so forth. Okay, but today I just want to help us. It's a new year to make decisions. Just give us one or two things that we could, one or two fields that we could get into tech, and what and what we would need for us to be able to get into that position, and probably where you could start your journey, and where you could at least get one or two tools to help you. All right. So without wasting much of our time, it's 2024. It's a new year. So we have a lot of fields in tech, and tech has been the the talk of the town, and a lot of people have made fortune in tech, made money in tech, and I must confess to you, I've made a lot in tech also. Um, bought my car with tech, and did a lot of things with tech. So I feel we should just help ourselves in this new year. So we have a lot of fields in tech, and I'll be taking them one after the other. I'm not putting any sort of preference. Probably number one is the most important, number two is the less important. No, 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 no. I just want to tell you fields that you can make career out of in tech, and that you could make this happen in 3 months. Yeah, I mean 3 months. Then you could get in an intern. Then from there you could go on, boom, become the best thing in tech. Okay, so let me start with the first one. That's the artificial intelligence intelligence engineer. Okay, let's look at artificial intelligence engineer. I believe most of us, 2023 was a year we had about a lot of AI. We had about ChatGPT, Brad, a lot of AI tools here and there. And these tools were actually ruling everywhere. They were making life easy for us, and everybody wants to use AI. Oh, AI this, AI that. Even stuffs that are not AI, they are being referred to as AI, because once you hear AI, you actually want to go for it. Now imagine you're the one behind the scene making all those things happen. I can tell you practically, you don't have to be a guru to do this. You just have to just learn what it takes to do it, and within 3, 4, 5 months you could become an AI engineer. That's artificial intelligence. And AI is a very, very, very good field where the salary is around we have salary around, I think, $100,000 a year. Yeah, salary is around $100,000 a year, and that's the minimum salary, around $100,000 a year. Now imagine you earn this. That's roughly around $9,000 per month. That's a good one to start with. And what AI engineers are actually high in demand, because everybody wants to run on AI. If you remember, Samsung says they're producing their first AI phone 2024. We already have a lot of smartphones. We already have a lot of websites that run in AI, and we also heard about AI computer coming up in 2024. A lot of engineers are needed now for this to happen. We don't have enough AI engineer, because AI just had a major breakthrough. So being an AI engineer, you really play a crucial role in driving innovation and implementing AI solutions, automating process and so on and so forth. And how do you get to be an AI engineer? What do you need to do? You just need to learn. You need to learn AI models, AI algorithm. You need to learn machine. You might need some machine learning, and you might just have to understand how to perform some intelligent tasks using your machine language. And I can assure you, you need to have understanding of like deep learning application, but you don't need to like learn like everything. Just have basic ideas. Then you go in, then you have on job experience. So where can you get started? I will tell you one very good place to get started is YouTube. Go to YouTube, search for artificial intelligence tutorial. You get to see a lot of them, a lot. And I have a place. I'm not paid for this, but I feel it's a place you could actually get something. That's udemy.com. Udemy is a very good place to get tutorial videos and so on to start your journey in the AI field. So guys, one of the field we should look at for in 2024 is AI. So another wonderful field that we should look at for in the same 2024 is cyber security analyst. I think the cyber and security should be together with an hyphen. So let me just put the salary range should be from 110k to 120k. So cybersecurity has become like a must-have. Like everybody wants a cybersecurity analyst in their organization now. Yeah, I believe you understand how bad it has been these days when it comes to theft, when it comes to online theft, stealing, and so on and so forth. A lot of money has been moved. A lot of crypto has been moved. Some people have been turned to become desolate, probably after working for many years, and they've made some money, and fraudsters just coming around and take away all their money. So these days there's a need for us to secure our online spaces. What goes in, what comes out, why should this go in, why should that come out, making rules here and there to know why this and this should go out, and this has been a very, very, very important thing these days. And cybersecurity analysts, they're professional. They play a crucial role in protecting sensitive information and digital system from cyber threat. And one of their major responsibilities is to safeguard against unauthorized access, data breaches, and malicious activities. Like you can't just go in, you must have permission to get in there. For example, banks, we've heard about a lot of banks that have lost millions of cash to the cyber bullies, to cyber thieves. Let me use the word cyber thieves, not bullies, cyber thieves. And you can imagine how crazy that has been. 2023 recorded a lot of cyber threats, and 2024, I think cyber security will be a field that if actually you want to make some cash in tech, you should go into it. But let me say this: going to tech should not be about making cash only. You should have passion for it. And these guys work closely with teams to develop and implement security measures to mitigate risk. So you will learn things like you have to learn how to enforce some security policies and protocol, conduct security audits, and perform regular vulnerability assessments. They also stay up to date with latest security trends like emerging threats and industry best practice to ensure highest level of protection. They are on point. They let me say they know a lot about the kind of threat you are trying to like even come up with. They are like a trained thief. Let me put it that way. They understand what a thief does, for them to be able to arrest the thief. So guys, it's a very good field to look into. You don't have to learn how to code. You just need some little basic networking. Sorry for saying basic. You just need some networking skills, basic and advanced networking skills, understanding protocols and so on and so forth. And before you know what is happening, boom, you are a cybersecurity analyst. Within 3 months, you are good to go. If you can we have a lot of places where you can get courses. You can go to Coursera. Like I said, all this course platform I'm mentioning, I'm not paid for it, but I'm just trying to just help you. You can go to Coursera. You can go to I think Eureka or Udera. You can use free code camp on YouTube to learn cybersecurity. All these guys are there for you. That's cybersecurity analyst. It's a field you should look into in 2024. Okay, so that's that, guys. So let's look around for another one. I think data scientist. Data scientist. Yeah, data scientist is another field. I know you'll be like, what do you mean by data scientists? We have scientists here and there. Yeah, we have data scientists too. They closely work with domain experts and stakeholders to understand business problems. They define the objectives of their analysis. These days we have a lot of data scattered here and there, and those data could have made the world better, but we don't have a way of getting those data together. So that's the work of data scientists. They are there, they get the data, they process it from various, they get data from various sources, database, APIs, structured, unstructured. They bring it together. They do things like data storytelling. They translate complex figures into something we could understand. They allow business to make decisions with their data, and so on and so forth. Data scientists, they work with a lot of tools. Now you have to write a little programming, but it's not going to be as crazy as being a software developer. No, 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 no. You just need things like Python, R, SQL. SQL is just a language, structured query language for creating your database. Just some major things that you need to learn in SQL. There, from there, Python, just to do some automation, probably some ETL and ELT and so on and so forth, and to manipulate, sometimes to clean, to pre-process some data. And you need to have a very good knowledge of statistics and a bit of machine learning and algorithm, just to extract meaningful information from data. You understand? So all these things are not that difficult to know. For instance, let's assume you are a graduate of statistics, then you are a potential data scientist. You're very good, or probably you're just good with statistics. You know how to say, okay, when these and these are added together, this and this should be what it should look like, and so on and so forth. Then you're already a data scientist. You just need to learn a bit of SQL, learn a bit of Python. You don't have to learn that Python that a software developer learns, or that Python that all those guys learn, or robotic engineer learns. No, just a little of Python, and you are good to go. It's a field that you should go into this year. You could see the pay is starting from $125,000 a year. That's a huge one. Again, I will tell you, 3 months, you are good to go. Take me for my words, 3 months, you are good to go. You could make use of your YouTube, Free Code Camp on YouTube. I'm not paid for this promotion, I'll say it again, but that is a very, very, very good place to learn online. You could do Coursera, you could use Udemy. We have a lot of them on Google, and I can assure you, in less than, before the end of the year, you're already a data scientist. Probably you come back to my channel, then I'll be like, hey man, I made it. And I'll be like, where's my 20%? Okay, so that's the way it is. Data scientist. Okay, let's look into another very, very important field in IT that I feel you should explore 2024. That is robotic engineering. I'm very sure for those of us that are conversant with trends, we've had about a lot of robots here and there. Robot doing delivery. We had robot playing table tennis. We have robots playing football. We have a lot of robots doing a lot of things. Now imagine you are the brain behind that. Now the world wants to evolve. We want to build so many robots, but we don't have enough engineers. So we need robotic engineers. So that means either you are good, you are an intern, you are perfect at it or not, you are needed. So you can go in and make fortune, get experience, and be, boom, a robotic engineer. You just need to have a good problem solving skills, creativity, and some technical skills. That's all you need. You might need programming language, robotic engineer, but it's not like as deep as others. You just need knowledge of things like C++ or Python. Then you are good to go. Even JavaScript. Learning C++, learning Python for robotic engineer is not as difficult as learning it for software development. No. It's not as difficult as that. And I can assure you, with this, you can make your 2024 a good one. It will be good if by December 2024 we will come together. Probably you're in Lamborghini, and I don't know. I don't know what car I'll be driving by then. Probably I'm driving a car made by you. Okay, so that's about robotic engineering. So guys, I will advise same place I've mentioned earlier, the same place you get all those tutorials from. You get to learn for free, and you become a robotic engineer. And before you know it, you are there. You are one of the best out there. You are highly needed. Okay, guys, so let's move on. Another one we have is cloud cloud architect. And you'll be surprised to know that this has a whole lot of cash in it, and it's highly needed. Everybody want to go to cloud. You want to save on cloud. You want to put our data on cloud. You want everything to be on cloud. You want to stay there on cloud. Even some data are not on cloud. They will tell you it's cloud based. Because once you hear cloud these days, everybody be like, oh, it's cloud. My data is on cloud. On cloud. Apple on cloud. Samsung on cloud. Nokia on cloud. Yeah. Fine. Everybody wants to go cloud. But if everybody goes cloud, who will maintain this cloud? Who will be there to monitor data, to put data in place? You understand what I'm trying to say? So we need cloud architects. And this is a field that I don't want to say this, but let me just be sincere with you. This is a field that you go in without much stress. You just need to understand how things work. Yeah, you just need to understand how things work, how that works, what and what do I need to do, what resources do I need for this, how to minimize these resources, how to add, how to remove. Simple. And boom, you're making your money. And 2024 is already making sense for you. Okay, what do they do? They work with range of cloud services. We have a lot of cloud services. We have the Microsoft Azure, that's by Google. That's by Microsoft. We have Google Cloud by Google. We have Amazon Web Services, that's AWS by Amazon, and so on and so forth. And as a cloud architect, all you just need to do is you design the architecture that best suit organization need. Most organizations want to go cloud, but they don't know which architecture suits my need. You are not the one that will create this architecture. You are not developing them. They have them already, just for you to choose. Okay, this and this and this will work best for us. Okay, this security we need. This will be cost efficient. This will make our app to run faster. It's just like you're the one helping them to use those services. You're telling them how to use those services. They don't know how to use it, but you are using it on their behalf, and you're making your money, and you are there. So guys, I believe cloud architect should be an area that almost every guy should look into. Everyone should look into. You could combine this with other things. You combine being a cloud architect with being a developer, being a UX UI designer, and so on and so forth. And look at the money: $150,000 per year. That's a whooping sum of money for you to make every year. Yeah, that's a whooping sum. So let's move on. We have another one. Before I forget, you can also get your tutorials from the earlier site I mentioned. So we also have what we call the UI UX. So this guy's hand between I think 80 to 95k per year. Yeah, I know someone will be like, UI UX. What's in UI UX? Just for me to sit down and draw something, boom, I'm good. No. UI UX, that requires you to be extra creative. Think, bring something out of nothing. They focus on designing user experience and interface for digital products and services. And it's because we have good user interface, good user experience. That's why we can make use of some apps. There are some apps that you dare not touch because their user experience is so awful. You'll be there 30, 40, 50 minutes. You don't even understand what the app is doing. You understand? So that means there is something is lacking. That's lack of good user UI and UX designer. And UI designer, all they do is they conduct research, they understand behaviors, they try to understand needs, the pain point. They create user personas and conduct usability testing. They gather insights and feedbacks. Based on the research, they do a lot of user flow, information architecture, interaction model, just to optimize the user and make the product easy to use and navigate. If you're the type of person that You love making research. You could understand. You could read human being and be like, okay, I understand. This is how this should look like. I believe some of you have made use of some apps and you've criticized the app like, no, this app should work this way. This app should work that way. This app's supposed to look like this. Then get into it. Become a UI UX designer to make things work. Do it. Go there and do it. You don't have to just sit down and make it better with your mouth. Go and make it better with your hands and hand the cash. Bring the money home. Bring the bag home. And user UI UX designer, they focus on various aspects of products. I know some people that when it comes to financial apps, they are they are genius. You could also pick a niche, but I would advise you be good at almost be able to like divert to one niche or the other, so that you could be flexible. Anybody can call on you to get this done. And note this, you don't have to work for anybody. You don't have to work for a company before you earn your money. Even right there in your home, you could get a job. You don't have to go to work 9 to 5 remotely. Everything I've mentioned so far, you could work on it remotely right from the comfort of your home. Yeah. This set of guys, they're the one that creates visual appealing layout. They select color, typography, graphics element that enhance overall aesthetics of our apps. Some of us, when we dress, we look like masquerades. We can put red on yellow. We just looks like it looks as if we are rainbow monkeys or something. But some of us, we could pick the color. Well, we know which color matches this color. We could pick up. Some of us can even use some brand colors to create magics. So it's time for you. Stop creating magic on social media. Stop creating magic in your house. Bring the magic to the world and make some cash. So, right, guys. The last one I'm going to mention is the most mentioned one that everybody have heard about. That's software development, front end, back end. Let me just say. Let me first of all start with front end developer. So these guys make a whooping sum of 120K on a yearly basis. Yeah. So you want to become a front-end developer, you need a UI UX person to help you out. So they do the designs, even though sometimes they make the life of front-end developer difficult. Okay, so I don't want to go there. We are here to learn about tech fields that we can move into. So front-end developer, if you become a front-end developer, and all you just need to learn, you learn HTML, you learn CSS, you learn JavaScript, you learn probably a JavaScript framework like React, then you are good to go. And I believe as a front-end developer, you should learn some bit of UI UX, understanding colors, understanding designs, just be creative around too. Because it's not every time you have a UI UX person to give you a layout of how your website will look like or how your app will look like. This set of guys, they are very, very, very creative front-end developer. They are this set of people that they think a lot. They have to think of how do I put this, where do this come first, before this, before that. Those are the work of a front-end developer. And I think I've mentioned some of the things that we could use to learn. HTML is the first thing, CSS for styling, for making it look good, and JavaScript for making it look dynamic. Then you could go on and learn React. React is a JavaScript framework just to make your code better, and you can make some API calls, write some more efficient code, and write some good applications that run faster. And you could also, from the developer, it doesn't have to do with web alone. You could dive into mobile, learning things like React Native is also front end, Flutter, and that is also front end, just to become more versatile. So that's for front end developer, and salary is around 120,000 per year. Yep. So we have the big boys, the back-end developer. I don't want to call them the big boys. I think there's been a lot of fight between the front end and back end, who's best. But let me tell you one thing: the back end, being a back end developer, it's just you learning some other language like probably Node.js, PHP, JavaScript as a whole, C Sharp, ASP.NET, ASP.NET Core, Ruby, Rust, Golang, and so on and so forth. And you can learn all this from YouTube. Free Code Camp is a very, very good place to learn all this. And you can make up to 150K per year, even as a starter. And I can show you in 3 months. Yes, in 3 months. I didn't mention for front end in 3 months, you can become a front end developer. And in 3 months, you can become a back end developer. But for backend, you will need to learn some database like MySQL, PostgreSQL, MongoDB, and so on and so forth. And you need to understand some other things like version control, like Git. Same thing applies for front end. Git also is very, very important. So this is a field that is very, very lucrative, and you could learn. And this is what people know more about: coding here and there. Yep. You could learn this, and I can assure you in a few months you'll become one of the best. So before I round off, I still want to talk about two more quickly. Let me talk about blockchain developer. Okay, so blockchain developer is, you see, these guys are they're in high demand. Like, people want them, startups want them, a lot of people want them. Back then, when crypto first came up, it was everywhere. Crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Meta, a lot of them, Pi, and so on and so forth. It was everywhere. But at a point, the noise went down. But I want to tell you something: crypto has come to stay, and crypto will be here like forever. So we need developers to work in that area. You understand? So we need a lot of professionals to become blockchain developer. Blockchain is beyond crypto. It has to do with decentralized system, a lot of things, communication, and so on and so forth online. You've heard about Web3, Web5, and so on. So we need a lot of guys to come up here. So you just today, you might need some programming language like JavaScript, Solidity, smart contract, and so on. And you just need to understand the blockchain network, how it works. Then boom, you are there. And finally, I want to talk about product manager. So product manager in 2023, this is a field I discovered that has little people. I mean, people are not so much in it, and it's highly demanding. Like, as in, it needs people, and it's like the demand is so high. This is a very pivotal role when it comes to bridging customer needs and company objectives. This is a role that deals with, okay, what the customer needs and the objective of the company, and they ensure alignment with market demand and business goal. They make sure that, okay, this crucial position require a balance of technical understanding, market insight, strategic thinking. So they always make sure that a product is actually fit for the market. It's standard. It follows what people need. It's actually what it should be. So I think, guys, this is a field we need to look into. Let me say this: you don't need to learn how to code. You don't need to code before you can do this field. I think the highest you ever need is your what's it called, PowerPoint, your pen and paper, and you just need to understand what it is to be a program manager. And I can show you with videos on Udemy, on YouTube. You could become a product manager in 3 months. Yes. I have guys that break into this field, and in few months they were product manager. They were earning good, and you could get jobs from good companies here and there. So guys, I'll tell you this field, it's an hot cake. I notice a lot of ladies are more into this field, but let me tell you guys, we need guys, because guys think more deeper, and we need people that could think. You are creative, you understand, especially you that you understand the market. You're also part of the market. So coming in as a product manager, you understand what you need, what others need. You could bridge the gap between the company and the market and the people. This is a very good field for us to come into. It will really make an excellent career. especially for people that are transitioning into a more business oriented position, like people that are into like business stuffs and they want to come into tech. This is a very, very, very good role for you. All right, guys. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna stop here. I'll still come up with some other things. So, but if you want to learn software development, I'm a software developer, so I create content on software development and some other tech stuff. You could check that out on my channel. Thank you. Yeah, have a wonderful 2024. Bye.